Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and I wanted to talk about the Declaration of Independence. Now, of course, you go to the National Archives, you will see the Declaration of Independence preserved, a very faded document that sadly spent far too much time in direct sunlight. But also, it was copied in the early part of the 19th century, and the process that was used was basically to wet the ink and to put another parchment on top of it to copy. And that took off a lot of the ink, but in one way, it did preserve what was there so we can see and understand what was originally on the document. But that document that you see at the National Archives is not from July 4th, 1776. That document was completed and printed on August the 2nd, 1776. You see, there's a lot of misinformation dealing with the signing of the Declaration of Independence. There is a general consensus that all of the delegates were there at Independence Hall ready to sign the document. Well, I must say this, that was not the case at all. First off, independence was declared on July 2nd, 1776. In fact, John Adams wrote to his wife Abigail that the date of July 2nd will be celebrated. There'll be fireworks, there'll be pageants and pomps and parade. Well, it should have been July 2nd. But the thing is, the paperwork wasn't signed until July 4th. But the vote was July 2nd. Now, what about the signing on July 4th? Was there a whole bevy of people there to sign it? No. The original document of July 4th, 1776 was a small document and signed only by John Hancock and the Secretary of Congress. That is it. No legions of delegates all over the place ready to sign the document. That event never happened. You go to the rotunda of the Capitol and you'll see this portrait of all the delegates waiting patiently to sign the hallowed Declaration of Independence. Well, tain't true. As I said, the document you see at the National Archives was completed on August 2nd, 1776, and then it had to be signed. Now, here's something for people to think of, and a lot of times people don't think of this, that by signing this document, each and every individual involved had basically issued a warrant against themselves for a reservation with the hangman's noose. So the last thing they were going to do is all sit there together and sign this document. Can you imagine the British sentry going round in Philadelphia, perhaps, and saying, "Harry, they're all in here"? It would have been over real fast. The document was prepared on August 2nd, and then it was signed in piecemeal over the next 5 years. The last signature being affixed in 1781. So the date of July 4th, of course, is celebrating the day that John Hancock signed the first Declaration of Independence. However, it is forgetting the fact that July 2nd, 1776, is the day that we declared our independence. History does get a little confused at times, and there are lots of things that have taken place in history that have changed a little bit. Now, of course, that takes nothing away from everything that was done by the Continental Congress. It was an amazing period of time. Very brave men to sign a document that would basically present them and give them the opportunity to be killed by the British government.